is really uh, is under martial law, facing military operations, search operations, aerial bombardments, ashing of houses, forced disappearances, extrajudicial killings, etc. And so these are just few pictures. They show that how the military they are doing operations over there. So this is how the military, initially does aerial bombardment on a valley or a specific area, and then uses heavy artillery and then cordon off all that area, search houses, and and take away males separate, and then kill many of them in front of their family members. Uh, in the same way, they do not kill the specific political workers. They kill this is called indiscriminate killing, where children, old age people, writers, politicians, professors, doctors, and people from all walks of life, they are facing this thing. And time to time the people who are there, they are getting the mutilated dead bodies of those people, having engraved slogans on their dead bodies. And in the same way, the enforced disappearances, the thousands of people from all walks of life are victim of enforced disappearances, including females and infants. And just in the last, you can say, few weeks, more than 7-8 weeks, the people we have seen, there's a big hue and cry, particularly at the Quetta streets, the capital town of Balochistan. That hundreds of people, they are protesting daily, day and night, and that protest is going on from more than 1,000 days. That they are asking for their loved ones to be presented to court of justice. And then we have seen that sometimes that there was a mullah and military alliance just to dominate the region, dominate the people, and for that, at the government level, at the organizational level, at the regional levels, they have created different organizations, political organizations, and then this religious terrorist organizations. And so they tried to impose the religious fundamentals on the Baloch people, which claim that those are secular people. So any Baloch who is secular for the state means he is not a Muslim. So we have to rule them through this mullah, and for that they are imposing the mullah on us as our politicians, representing us in the parliaments, as our regional leaders, as our regional organizations, that the people, the masses, the children from the school age, they have to follow those mullah, and otherwise they will get secular thoughts, secular ideology about their history, culture, language. So that's why the state is imposing us on those mullahs, that we have to eliminate our identity, and we should not rewrite our language, culture, and history. So this is a picture which is showing that how mullah and military are alliance over there. And in the same way, different organizations, as per the reports, those have backing of the state. They have attacked Baloch females, stopping them to go to the Western style co-education, because if they go over there, they will get education. So that's is not in the interest of the state, unfortunately. For that, they have attacked Baloch females. They have threatened the schools. Baloch people, they have lost many educationists, even in the towns, in the villages, and in the parts, even from the Gawadar, where the schools were attacked. Initially they were threatened, and then they were attacked. This is a small, a protest of the people over here, that the people are protesting over there that we need education, because Tanzimul Islamul Furqan, a little known group that ashed some schools by fire, and then distributing leaflets stopping the people to go to school. So the people over there, you see that most of them are females. They came to the streets, took the streets, and asked that we are asking only one thing: just leave us to get education. Then this is missing persons and illegal detentions. As I earlier stated, that thousands of people are missing over there, and as per an organization that's wise for Baloch missing persons, that more than 55,000 Baloch people are missing, are victims of enforced disappearances. Even in 2018, as per reports, more than 23 people are being disappeared by force per week. Mass graves were discovered in different parts of Balochistan. Only in Tutak, that was one place from where mass graves were recovered. One of those mass graves were having more than 167 dead bodies from that Tutak mass grave. And later on at Mastung, Panjgu, Kharan, and in Pashin also they have discovered mass graves. So this is not limited over there. They are also trying to encircle us, even the Baloch diaspora who is living over here. And for that, I myself have been a big victim. But the most important thing is that this picture that we appeal government of UAE. So in this picture, a Baloch, a young Baloch, a youth Baloch who is living in Dubai with his family members from many years. So he was kidnapped while he was traveling on a road with his family members, and then they took him illegally, and still he is in detention. And even today we appeal to human rights organizations, to international organizations, to Western countries that what is our fate? We are being disappeared over there, and in the same way, unfortunately, we are being disappeared at international level. Even in Dubai, they are not presenting him to any court of justice. They have kidnapped, and the family members, the people at large, they have a risk that the government of Dubai will hand over it secretly to the government of Pakistani agencies. And if this guy was handed over to the Pakistan, so they will not present him to any court of justice, they will eliminate him. And this is the same thing happened to me. I was just trying to organize a conference in Bangkok. So when we reached over there, on the next day conference has to start, so in the presence of many people, so they stopped us from organizing that conference. And some of our colleagues, they are sitting over here, they are the witnesses, and they were also the victims. That they handcuffed me, and then they deported me back to France, and with my some colleagues, Basir, Naveed, Bilal. So this is not limited over there, doing illegal acts with us. They are doing it at international levels as well. Then what the people of Balochistan, how they are living over there. With respect to this, just one statistics I'm sharing. This is called minimum development goals of Balochistan, where in Balochistan the surveys are hardly done in Balochistan. So this survey was done by multiple indicator cluster surveys and Millennium Development Goals indicators, Balochistan 2010, published in November 2011. So the children who are under the age of 5, their mortality rate, average rate is 189 per 1,000. So that they get death under the age of 5. So in the same way, mortality rate of, if we include only the males, is 84. And under the age of 5, the females children who die because of insufficient facilities, medicines, is 107. And above the age of 5, the mortality rate of males is 93 per 1,000. In the same way, mortality rate of females is 82%. So because of time, I will not go much more in details. So this is just a picture. As I initially stated, that there is a project which is called CPEC, which is going to give benefits to the people at large, and at the local people, the regional communities, the international community, and this has an impact, that which will connect the world, where, as per claims, this will change the face of South Asia, and many lot of alabala things which we see only in the reports or in the claims through the media by the government representatives. But this is what I showed you. This is a real picture which we have received through different reports. We ourselves are not allowed to go and make any sort of research or analysis over there. So with this, now I open the floor with the other panelists. Actually, this panel is being co-hosted with me with respected Taha Siddiqui. He himself became a victim when he tried to report things about Baluchistan, about the human rights abuses in Pakistan, and on the social, economical issues the people they were facing were there. On that, he presented some reports, and later on, we heard the news that these some secret forces people who are unidentified, they do not have any uniform, they do not have any specific, you can say, vehicle. They tried to kidnap him from the heart of Pakistan, close to Islamabad surroundings, while he was just traveling to go to airport. I do not know for what reasons they tried to kidnap him. He himself is over here, and he is a writer, he is a journalist, and he has done many research papers, and currently he is living in exile in France from more than 1 year in Paris, and he is an instructor, journalism instructor at an institute that's called Sciences Po in Paris. Then on my right side is respected Olivier. He is a French diplomat who has served, he is a former French diplomat who has served in Pakistan in 1972 to 1976, and he is a writer. He has written a book approximately 3 years earlier. The name of the book is in French, that is Histoire de Pakistan, History of Pakistan, 1947 à New York, from 1947 to till date, un long chemin vers l'abîme. This is you can say long tunnel to go to die, to go to the end. And so
but
this
there
is
an interrogation point.
Yeah.
It's not what I think. It's just what could happen.
Could happen. So we are highly honored by his presence, for coming and sharing this panel. And on my left side, and here's a beautiful Baloch lady. She's Professor Naila Qadri. She's also a victim, not only herself, her family members. She has been in the Baloch struggle since her childhood, from the school and till to the university. She has seen imprisonment over there. She has seen the Pakistani forces eye to eye, and she has you can say torture marks on her body. And I cannot tell all the details, all the sufferings from which she has passed, but she is seen as a bold voice over there, that the Baloch people, you can say, they see her as a hope, a leader, a visionary leader, that can the people are hoping that she can do for the fate of the Baloch people, for our coming generations, for our present time, for our future time. And she's also president of an organization that's called World Baloch Forum. She is also living in exile, unfortunately, like us, in Canada from since 2014. She's an author, poet, and she has raised her voice at different international forums for the rights of the people, and leading the Baloch people as a political leader. I'm thankful to you for your presence. Then I have respected Dr. Jean-Francois de Megalio. He is the president of an institute that is called Asia Center. Asia Center is basically based in Paris. So he is a researcher, he is an expert, particularly focusing on Asia, East, Southeast, and South Asia. He has on analysis. He has written many documents, analysis papers on different aspects of the South Asian people. So we are lucky to have him over here with us, and we certainly want to hear from him that what are the different aspects and analysis of these projects, of these strategic designs, of those military designs, as per different reports we received many sort of designs with respect to South Asia. So now I give the floor to my co-host, respected Taha Siddiqui. So actually, this will be a discussion from which the panelists will give their points on different issues. So
Yeah, we will basically just basically